The unrelenting rising cost of doing business is damaging investment here at home. During this election campaign, we've heard a lot of ambitious talk about the future shape of our economy. In their own very different ways, all the major parties have acknowledged that uncertainty over Brexit has held back productivity and confidence, and that major steps are needed to get the economy growing again. Whether promising to boost spending on our transport and digital infrastructure, transform the training system or reform the rules around state aid, the pledges have come thick and fast, and with varying degrees of credibility. Notwithstanding the merits or otherwise of the party's grand schemes for our economy, the business people I talk to are most concerned about the huge number of less eye-catching, but very real, upfront costs that weaken cash flow, deter risk-taking and act as a brake on investment. And unfortunately, the compliance costs and admin around doing business in the UK continue to rise. All this would be made infinitely worse by a messy and disorderly departure from the EU, which would present many businesses with new challenges around tariffs, rules of origin, customs compliance, and potential transport delays. Whoever wins this week should commit to avoiding that unwanted scenario right away. Yet it's the UK's own ministers that have piled on the costs here at home over the past decade. The cumulative price tag for homegrown policies, including higher business rates, the apprenticeship levy, the immigration skills charge, insurance premium tax, pensions auto-enrolment, making tax digital and so many others has grown higher and higher. It is unacceptable that companies of all sizes continue to face ever more these sorts of stealth taxes and administrative costs, which weigh heavily no matter the stage of the economic cycle, company performance or ability to pay. This is why the British Chambers of Commerce, BCC, is calling on the next government to introduce an immediate moratorium on new measures that place additional upfront cost burdens on small and medium-sized businesses, and stick to this policy for the lifetime of the next Parliament. Action to cut existing costs should likewise be at the top of ministerial to-do lists. Businesses have raised the alarm about our outdated and punitive business rate system for years, but successive governments have done little more than tinker around at the edges. This week's winners should quickly turn campaign promises into action and initiate a root and branch review of the broken rates system, with a clear deadline for implementing a fairer and less burdensome approach. They must work closely with business to make sure we get it right this time. Future investment is at stake. BCC research shows that 35% of businesses said they were likely to reduce or completely cancel INVs. For more on this story, visit the news article link.